Hey guys, it's me, Thriftasticmom, and right now I'm just sitting in my car, but I just pulled up to this building here, and this is actually a thrift store, and it's pretty long. I think it goes all the way back to there. Then it's attached to this old house, so I don't know if they like keep storage in that old house or what, because you don't go through there to look at stuff. But this long white building here actually has a downstairs too. You have to go downstairs to get into the bottom. It's like the basement area. I've been in here one time, and they was just opened up, so I thought I'd come back and check it out again and go in here and let you know at the end of the video kind of what I think. I'm going to try to do some recording inside and let you see the layout of it and all. But it's a pretty big place. And the first time I came in here, everything wasn't out and organized and all that. So we're going to see if it's any better. It's actually been open several months now. I think this is called the Ark at the Midlands. I'll have to check the sign on the way out. But they just have Thrift up there on their little canopy. And I'm not sure the address. This is right off of 6 as you're going up into Lexington. So if there's any of you guys local that want to come check it out, I'll put the address on the screen for you guys, and you can come check it out. But I'm gonna go in here, see what they got, see if I purchase anything, and kind of give you my 2 cents on it since it's a new place. I feel like sometimes people ought to pay me just to go around and tell them the goods and the bads of the thrift stores, because I've done it so long, and I know what I like, and I know what to kind of look for. You know how they set it up and stuff, and I think I could give them some real good input if they'd pay me for it. That could be a job for me, couldn't it? But anyway, I'll let you see the footage inside, and then I'll be back to share with you my opinions on it. I used to have a bowl like that. Dishes. We got the power of power. Dishes over there. It's a pretty little lamp down there. Look at all the cute little salt and pepper shakers. Cute. Yeah, that's what that is. Bell peppers. Bell pepper, salt and pepper shaker. That's cute. What's this? Look at these, Rob, if you're watching. I know you like salt and pepper shakers. How cute are those? This is a little side separate room. You got movies and VCR tapes, pictures. CDs. picture frames. Okay. Cute if you like Raggedy Ann. It's a cute little glass table. Little desk. Pillows, all kind of blankets and stuff. Sure, you hear a lot of traffic out there. There's a camera. Fine Picks. Never heard of Fine Picks. What's this one? Olympus. I really don't need no camera. I always want to pick up cameras because sometimes I get good deals on them and they work good, but I really don't need none. Lots of pots and pans, brass. Just kind of looking at this. I was looking at that coffee thing. It don't have a lid though. Got a little bit of exercise equipment. Light bulbs, a little bit of baby stuff. This is cute. Pamper shelf. Cups for days. We got a lot of glassware. Plastic stuff. I ain't seeing nothing that I'm interested in though. Here's a stamp. Fold tab. Mio step. Got $8 on it. Ain't paying for that anyway. Just keep all that. Cherish the small things. Cocktail mixers. I don't need none of those. I don't drink. Got some golf clubs. I don't know a thing about golf clubs. There could be $1 million golf club sitting there and I wouldn't know it. See what this cup says. San Francisco. It's kind of cool. Paul, San Francisco. Bunch of glass. And some baskets. I'm not really seeing anything that I want or need. Very quiet in here. Got lots and lots of shoes. Hats and purses. Scarves. Now I gotta go back up these steps. It's called the Arc of the Midlands Thrift Store. Okay guys, I am back from the thrift store, so I thought I would just sit down here and kind of tell you what I thought about it. I hope you enjoyed seeing the footage and the different things that I looked at in there. They did have a lot of stuff in there. I'll give them that. They had a lot of stuff. And as big as the place is, I felt like they still don't have enough room for everything. Or maybe if they would reorganize it and redo it, and maybe they will over time, you know, get things displayed out better. Because as you've seen in the videos, there was a lot of stuff sitting on stuff, and some thrift stores I see do that, but if they sell that item, then they got to move all that stuff, you know, that it's sitting on. Downstairs was in a basement, and that's where all the purses and clothes and things like that was that you've seen. I didn't like the way they had the purses, because I feel like who's going to take the time to pull out those individual purses and look at them? There was one or two caught my eye. I pulled it out and looked at, but a lot of them looked like they had damage and stuff on them. And the way they were just stacked in there like that, I don't like that. I mean, I want things out where I can see it, and I feel like it kind of turns a customer away when it's like that, because you know, who's going to take the time to stand there and just pick through and pull out every pocketbook to look at it when it's crammed in those cubby holes like that? So if there's a way that they could display them where people would see them, I feel like they would look at them more. Because that's probably why they got so many, because people ain't taking the time to go through them. The clothes were displayed okay. I didn't see no problem really with the clothes. The shoes were a little tight. You know, they had a lot of shoes sitting on top of each other and in bins and stuff like that. But it was okay. You can deal with that. You know, you can kind of move a shoe to look at a shoe. But I would try to have it where, you know, you could display them better. I don't know. I just feel like when you go in a place, even a thrift store, you want it to kind of look like if you're walking up into Walmart, where you could, you know, walk by and see everything hanging, and you don't have to pull stuff out, and you don't have to dig in bins. Even at yard sales, I don't like digging down in bins to find stuff. If I have a yard sale, I want my stuff laid out on the table where everybody can see what they're looking at, because I feel like people buy more when they do that. And when thrift stores have got all their stuff crammed up, And trust me, I've seen thrift stores worse than that, where just all kind of crap in these big old totes. And who's gonna take time to dig through all that? Not me. It was kind of dark down there. I felt like they needed more light. Now, it looked light on the camera because that's the way my camera records, to make it brighter. But it was a little dim in there, and there was a few spots that needed a little more light. Like maybe back in the corners where the shoes were, the corners where the books were, stuff like that. They needed a little bit more light overhead, you know, just so you could really see what you're getting. Especially for me, like as somebody that likes to resell, buy things and resell it on eBay, you know, you want to see any little flaws or anything in the clothes, in the shoes, whatever. And if you're in a thrift store that's got a dim, you know, dim lit place, then you might miss that, and you end up buying something that you can't resell. So I love nice lit thrift stores. So the top's fine. The top's nice and lit. And the bottom, I noticed when I went down the stairs, it got cooler down there. Of course, I figured it would. It's in a basement. And it's like 2 flights of stairs down. The stairs you seen was just 1 flight, and then there was another flight to get back up to the top. And you know, and that could be dangerous. People going downstairs, you have to be careful when you go down those steps, of course. I feel like they definitely need more light down there. And there were things laying in the floor. You know, to me, that's a trip hazard. You know, if you get an elderly person down there and they're not paying attention, or they could trip and fall and get hurt. Anybody could, really. I would keep the floors cleaned up where they don't have a bunch of stuff laying in the floors for people to trip over. Now, I know they can't always keep that from happening, especially if they're busy. But it would be good to keep those floors clean, in my opinion. I don't know. I would say I would probably go back in there every now and then. I wouldn't put it like on my weekly route. I have certain stores that I do like to go to on a weekly basis, because I usually get good items out of there, and because of the way things are laid out and all that. But I don't think I would put it on my weekly route to, you know, go visit. But maybe once every couple months I'll probably go back in there, because I've seen a lot of stuff in there that I seen the first time I went, and that was a couple months ago. So that tells me that things ain't moving, and they got so much of it. That might be another thing saying that things ain't moving. But I seen one thing I might be interested in, but they was wanting $8 for it, and I would never pay $8 for it. So I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm done with this. You know, everything. I mean, I know you have to work with what you got, and hopefully over time they'll change it up a little, and you know, get things where they're better displayed. And I know you're going to have a few bins here and there, you know, every now and then, till you get it put out or whatever. But I just feel like if they could get all their stuff out and displayed nice, and like hats on walls where you can see the hats and not shoved up in a bin, stuff like that, that they would probably sell more stuff, I would think. But that's just my opinion. But I guess that's it. That's pretty much my overall. Now, I did a quick little clip of the front room, because there was people up in the front room, and I didn't want to be like in there doing this with my camera, you know. So I kind of got it from the view of the other room. But it's mostly big furniture, and they got it, trying to get it laid out like it would be set up in your home. And to me, that takes up a lot of space. So they could actually, if they would tone that part down in the front, they could probably put more stuff up there. And so I just feel like they're taking up a lot of room with the way they're trying to display their furniture. You know, just tidy it up some, and they would have more space. But, you know, maybe on down the road they'll do that. You never know. Maybe they'll watch this. Maybe they'll take a few pointers. And I'm not saying that I know everything. I don't. But, you know, I've been thrifting a long time. I've been to a lot of thrift stores, and I know what's convenient for me. I know what draws me. If stuff's packed all up, I don't want nothing to do with it. I want to be able to see it. Even like when I go in Goodwill, as good as Goodwill's, you know, displays their stuff, if they pack their clothes too tight where you can't even pull them apart to look at them, I get so aggravated. I'm like, no, I'm not even going to look at the clothes, because I'm not going to fight to try to get the clothes apart just enough that I can look at something. So, and that's, to me, that's about the worst thing I've dealt with Goodwill. But, that's just not me. I don't like to do a lot of digging because, you know, it takes time to go out and source for eBay and even thrift for yourself. You want to look at everything and not miss nothing. You know, you want those good deals. So, who's got time to be digging through bins and fighting through clothes and all that? You know, let's get it laid out and put on the walls or whatever you got to do so people can see that stuff. And I feel like it'll move better. So I'm going to go. Y'all give me a big thumbs up if you like the video. Leave me some comments below and let me know some of your pet peeves about thrift stores or Goodwills or whatever you go to. I know everybody's got pet peeves about them, things they don't like. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you can be notified when I upload new videos. If you are already subscribed to me, I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching my video. And I'll see you guys in my next one. God bless. Bye.